Charly Musonda could be set for an 18-month loan move to Celtic, and that makes perfect sense to us. The Chelsea youngster should be well known to fans at the club after breaking into Antonio Conte's squad this season. But he's only made 7 appearances for the first team, most of which have came off the bench in this campaign. Still, Musonda is a player of big potential, and a move to Celtic could be exactly what he needs at this stage of his career. That's probably the most important thing for Musonda. Brendan Rodgers needs alternatives on either wing, as well as a player who could operate in the hole and cut teams open regularly in the final third. Musonda can offer all of that. Celtic already have a few French speakers in their squad. That's not essential for Musonda as he's been in England for 6 years, so his English is good. But the presence of some French-speaking teammates could help the Chelsea man settle at Celtic quicker. With Celtic still in the Europa League, he'd be able to play in both games against Zenit St. Petersburg and potentially more games in the competition if Rodgers' men manage to get through. If it's an 18-month loan he signs on, then it could mean 6 Champions League group games next season too, something which should benefit the winger massively. So there's not too much risk involved for Musonda. He'd get a chance to impress elsewhere while still being attached to Chelsea, and that opens up the prospect of returning to Stamford Bridge in the future and challenging for a place if he does well enough. Failing that, he'll still have options whenever the time comes that he's not a Celtic player. Boyata's inclusion in recent Belgium squad shows that national team manager Martinez rates Scottish football enough to give those playing there a chance, and Boyata hasn't even been that good as well. With the World Cup on the horizon and fringe places available for Belgium, Musonda will definitely have his eye on being involved, and playing well on a regular basis for Celtic would put him in the perfect place to be rewarded. Despite being linked with a host of clubs over the last year, Celtic represent an interesting option because of Rodgers. He's got a reputation for developing young players, with Raheem Sterling the most alike to Musonda, and he plays a style of football that suits tricky wingers. This story was first featured on talkingballs.com. Simple shareable sport. Like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter.